Welcome back, everyone, to another player props video. Tomorrow we have 5 games on the WNBA slate, so we definitely want to get some action on those games for tomorrow. And there are a lot of early lines already out, although I suspect a lot of other lines will be coming out tomorrow. So watch for added plays down in the comments below. Before we get any further, guys, my bets will always be free no matter how big my channel gets. So please help me out. I really appreciate the free little things that you can do for me. Just like the video, leave a little comment, and of course, subscribe to the channel so that I can help push this out to more people. Okay, let's jump into the recap. We do not have a lot of losing days around here, guys, but today we did go 2-1 on our best bets that I gave out to you. So I'm sorry about that one. Let's go over them. Aaliyah Boston over 23.5 points and rebounds. She's over in 6 of 9 with Caitlin Clark on the court. Obviously, Caitlin Clark was not on the court. So unfortunately, we put that bet in, before I heard the news about Caitlin Clark. I heard about an hour after I put in that bet. And, well, you can't undo it. She did get there with her rebounds. She did not get there with her points. So she ended at 22, almost a hook. So that was rough. She had 12 at the half, so she was on pace to go over that line for us, barely, but she did not get there. We also took Dearica Hamby under 16.5 points. That was our only cash. I actually warned you off of it in the comments because I wasn't sure with Caitlin being out. I figured the Sparks might have an easier time scoring, but she did go under for us, so that was our only win on the day. And then A'ja Wilson over 8.5 rebounds. This is frustrating for me. She had 5 at the half. Guess how many she ended the game with? 5. So in the entire second half of the game, A'ja did not get a single rebound. Shakira and Kiki were all over the glass, and they both got a bunch of offensive rebounds as well. That probably contributed to it, but A'ja really just was not rebounding in the second half. Obviously, she didn't get any. She was focused on shooting so that they could try to catch up. If you guys remember from the video, I didn't tell you to bet this, but I told you I bet the Mystics on the money line. I knew that they had a good chance to win this game, and I also took them on the spread, so I actually had an up day because of those bets. It's just these 3 best bets didn't really work out in our favor today. And then our leans, obviously one was Caitlin Clark. She DNP'd, so nothing there, nothing lost, nothing gained there. And then Kelsey Plum over 4.5 assists. She had 6. So she got there easily. That probably should have been a best bet, but it wasn't. So that brings our total NBA run now up to 30, 13, and 1. Still, obviously, a great season. I'm hoping that regression never hits and we just keep it going. If 2-1 is the worst day we ever have, then I'll be a happy guy. So getting into our bets for tomorrow, I do have 4 best bets for you and 2 leans so far. Obviously, it is a very large slate, so I might have more plays for you tomorrow when they get posted. For now, we'll just take what we can get with the lines that are given out tonight. First, we're going to take Alicia Gray under 27.5 PRA. This is a little bit of a scary play, obviously, because she hasn't been playing well, so she's kind of due for a good game. But she's going up against the number 1 team in the league, the Lynx. Both of these teams like to play at a slow pace. The total is in the 150s. So I just don't know if anyone can get over their lines in this game. I mean, someone's obviously bound to go over their lines. But Alicia Gray has been averaging 22.9 PRA last season. This season, she's been averaging 28.6. She had 20 PRA against the Lynx in 1 game last year. And she has only faced 1 tough team this year, and that's the Liberty. And she had 23 in that game, 23 PRA. She has not faced any of the top 5 defenses in the league this year yet until today. Now, Nfisa Collier may or may not be playing. If she plays, I think the Lynx just demolish the Dream. If she doesn't play, it might be a little bit closer, but I still think she can get under this line for us. She's obviously going to have a better shooting night than she did the other day, where the Dream broke a record for like the worst shooting night of any WNBA team in like 15 years or something like that. Maybe it wasn't that long. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but it was a really bad shooting night for everyone on the Dream, including Alicia Gray. She's not going to shoot that badly again. but I do think she's going to have a tough time getting over this line. Our next play is kind of a scary one, but it's in that Connecticut Sun game. We're going to go Tina Charles over 15.5 points. She got there against the Aces. Can she get there against the Seattle Storm? I don't know. The Storm are a better team, but they don't really play a lot of defense. Tina Charles has got to be tired from carrying this entire team on her back, not only with Marina Mabrey out, but even when Marina Mabrey was playing, Tina Charles has literally just been carrying this team, even though they haven't been winning any games. She's been scoring a lot of the points, if not most of the points, in all of these games. She's over in 10 of 15. Marina Mabrey is still out. This game will probably be another blowout, so there's risk baked into this, but I'm just going to roll with her. She's been hitting it, most of the time. And the Storm don't play a lot of defense. I also think they're going to get some playing time with the backups. Like, they're going to empty their bench. The Storm will. Probably not just at the end of the game, but they're going to put a lot of bench players in throughout the game, give their starters a lot of rest. So, I like Tina Charles over 15.5 points. I think she can get there for us. And then our third play will be Paige Buckers over 17.5 points. She's 18.5 on most books. I did get this on Underdog. This is a 50-50 coin flip. She's over in 50% of her games and under in 50% of her games. It's a really high game total with the Fever here. And obviously, Caitlin Clark may or may not be playing, so we don't know. But I think everyone's assuming she's not going to play right now, and that total is still pretty high. So I think Paige and Arike are both going to have good games here. I chose Paige just because I think she can hit some of those threes from the rim that Kelsey Plum was able to hit in tonight's game. And Arike is definitely going to be able to light up the paint. So I just think that they're both going to have a good game. I'm not confident enough to take the money line on the Wings. It is a shorter spread, I think 4.5. And I'm not willing to play that spread either because this Wings team is just not good. They have been playing better defensively, but overall they're just not a good team. They are definitely bottom of the league. So we're just going to take her over on her points, 17.5, cash it. And then Alyssa Thomas, this is probably my favorite play, which means it's probably going to bust because that's just how things go around here. But Alyssa Thomas over 6.5 rebounds. That's crazy. I mean, she's over in 6 of the last 10 games. She had 15 rebounds in her matchup against the Liberty last time, a few games ago, and 6 of those were offensive rebounds. So she had 9 regular rebounds, defensive rebounds, and 6 offensive rebounds in this game. Are they going to be that bad on the glass again? I don't know. Brianna Stewart was bad on the glass, but she scored a lot of points in that last game. So maybe she gets a little bit better, gets more of those offensive rebounds, what would be an offensive rebound for Alyssa Thomas, takes that away. But this line's just way too low. I mean, Satu Sabali is at 7.5 rebounds, and nobody should be higher than Alyssa Thomas. Alyssa Thomas should be the leader in rebounds on her team. I've already bet this, go grab it before it goes up. I got it on Sleeper, so I didn't look anywhere else. As soon as I saw the line, I smashed it. And then I got some leans for you guys. Ryan Howard over 4.5 rebounds. I know I already told you this Lynx stream game is going to probably go under, well, maybe not under the total, but it's going to be a low scoring game. I agree with Vegas on that. But I do think that someone's going to have to crash the boards. And if Alicia Gray is going to be missing her shots, someone's going to have to pick up those rebounds. And I know the Lynx are a really, really good rebounding team. So is the Dream. So I like Ryan here I like her to just go over her average here in a game where I think there's going to be a lot of misses. So there should be enough rebounds for her to get over this line. It is a slightly lower than normal payout. So this is favored to go over already by the books. And then Nfisa Collier, I don't know if Nfisa will play. If Nfisa Collier was playing, I would make her a best bet for certain. I don't care about minutes restrictions. I don't think the NBA really does. The WNBA doesn't really do minutes restrictions the same way the NBA does. They usually just hold players out of games entirely until they're ready to come back. And then they might get a slight minutes restriction when they come back, but nothing super strict like how the NBA does it. So Nfisa Collier over 10.5 rebounds and assists. If she's playing, you know, she's going to clear this line. She's over in 7 of 10 games that she actually finished, and she's over in 7 of the last 7 games that she played the full game. So this is a lean just because she might not play. Otherwise, it's going to be a best bet. But I promise you, if they rule her in for this game, you're not going to find this line at 10.5, maybe 12.5. Okay, so let's do a quick recap of our bets for Friday. Alicia Gray under 27.5 PRA. Tina Charles over 15.5 points. Paige Buckers over 17.5 points. Alyssa Thomas, this is my favorite play, over 6.5 rebounds. And then my 2 leans, Ryan Howard over 4.5 rebounds. And Nfisa Collier, if she plays, over 10.5 rebounds and assists. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Help push this out to more people. My bets will always be free, so I appreciate those little free things that you can do for me. Thanks.